It's like, yo, who QA'd this album?
Yeah.
Did anybody review this before they hit upload?
Yeah.
Because it don't feel like it.
Yeah.
It feel like, yo, Kanye, they just in the session and they just hitting upload. Nobody, they don't got no team around saying, bro, like, don't put that out.
You can't tell me what Kendrick Lamar said on Element he didn't believe. He believed it.
So I know that she's Indian and Jamaican, but when she was doing like her little speech and everything, she had Meg Thee Stallion come out there and twerk, but she didn't have Indian women go out there belly dancing. She didn't have no Jamaicans out there doing Rastafari shit. You know what I'm saying?
Tory behind bars is better than 99% of these rappers right now. Like straight up.
With Mustard, it's like these days to get a consumer to listen to a full album, you gotta have like some type of incentive, or you gotta like have a pill.
Yo.
We are Levi's Wise Guys.
Check out the full podcast. Link below.
Yo. We are the Levi's Wise Guys. Your boy Uchay, got my boy
QDeezy for Sheezy is way too easy. If you look outside, it's looking breezy.
Woo! Bars.
Swayed on the seats.
Bars.
Swayed on the seats.
Okay, now you're regressing. Now you sound like Birdman right there.
Exactly.
Calm down, man.
Swayed on the seats.
Leather on the seat, alligator suede.
Push to start.
Hey, that was bars, bro. You and Tory might do some damage on the microphone with them bars, bro.
He is behind bars.
That's true. All right. He's behind bars. You have bars.
We both. He got bars too.
Fair enough. Welcome back to another episode of the Ill-Advised Wise Guys. I'm Uchay. This is my boy QD. This is episode 171. If you're new here, stay a while. And if you've been here before, stay even longer. We got a jam-packed show, a special guest. We here to bring the energy, guys. We here to bring the energy, man. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button on your way in. Hit that like button, share, all that cool stuff. We got a special guest. He's a YouTuber. He's a stand-up comedian, we just found out. He does a whole bunch of other things.
Raps?
He raps. Yeah, he probably has bars as well. Yeah. Y'all say what's up to Scotty from The Scotty Show.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Hey, yo, it's Scotty. Don't ask about me, ask your mommy. Hey, I had to drop some bars.
There you go. Band for band.
There you have it.
Bar for bar, band for band.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Ask your mammy and your pappy. Don't forget the pappy. Ask both of them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, man. I'm glad to be in here, man, with y'all, and let's get it, man. Let's talk about some shit. Let's get it.
Hey, man, for sure. We're going to get to that, man. And, y'all make sure to go follow him right now. Tap into what he got going on, man. This is about to be a fire discussion. But before we get into what we're going to talk about on this episode, Q, let's talk about some of these announcements, man. What you got?
Check out ratingsgamemusic.com, the best music site on the globe.
Yeah.
Vultures 2 came out. Vultures 2. He never drops when he's supposed to drop.
Ever.
But it eventually came out. Check that out. Khaled. Remember him?
Of course.
Is it Khaled or Khalid? Khaled dropped an album. I can't remember what it's called, but he dropped an album. We got a review for that. And then Killer Mike. He dropped the prequel to Michael. I believe it's called Songs for Sinners and Saints. Those are the album reviews that we got on the site. We got a movie review. We got a movie review, Trap. M. Night Shyamalan. Trap. We got a movie review by Will Jones. I think it's pretty good. He said he liked it.
Okay.
He liked it. I like his movies. I don't know if you keep up with his movies. I like his movies.
I don't. I actually haven't checked them out.
Check that out. ratingsgamemusic.com.
Yeah. The illest on the planet, right?
The best. The illest.
All right, bet. ratingsgamemusic.com. Y'all know the name. Y'all know the brand, man. Go check it out, man. Also, Zero Skips. The mother effing playlist is streaming right now on Spotify. It's our in-house playlist featuring some of the dopest up-and-coming talent from around the world. If you're somebody who likes to get put on and get new music shared from people you probably never heard of, I guarantee this is the platform and the playlist for you, man. And shout out to all the artists that we have added, and shout out to the ones that's trying to get on as well, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all, man.
For sure.
Appreciate everybody out there saving the playlist, sharing it. Y'all are the real GOATs. Y'all are the real ones, man.
Sure.
Yeah. On that note, Ratings Game Music. I think we've also have we shared it on the. We need to do some cross promotion with Ratings Game Music and Zero Skips. I feel like there's something there. We gotta retweet it. We gotta do something there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get that going a little bit more, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Just let the intern know.
Yeah, that's true.
Let the intern know.
That's true. We're gonna holler at them. All right. With that being said, link in the description for that playlist is streaming right now on Spotify.
Why you keep saying it like that?
In stores now.
What the hell? This ain't no. This ain't no damn commercial.
Yes, the hell it is, bro. Yes, the hell it is. Hey, yeah.
NBC.
Damn, Skippy.
By the way, you know who? He's from Illinois, by the way.
Okay.
I gotta slander your guy. legendary NBA player.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best shooting guards ever. But Dwayne Wade as an analyst,
He's trash.
Oh my god!
No, he's trash. Yo, I heard him call the Olympic
the
USA
Olympic games.
versus
Yeah.
Puerto Rico. He's awful.
How many times he called LeBron James him? Hey, you know what? Guess what? He's him. But I think he'll be better. He'll be better.
I will say, yeah.
Have you noticed that?
He's raw. Like he's raw. Like he has personality though.
Yeah. Dude, while he has personality.
Personality is there. He just don't know what
while
he's doing
the game.
yet. Yeah.
Have you ever seen an analyst do this while the game was going on? He was like, "Yeah, hey, Andre Iguodala's in the house. Hey, yo, what up, Andre? What up?" While the game was going on.
That's kind of lit though.
But yeah, it's kind of tight though. It is cool though.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, let him get it off. Man. Hey, can you imagine Snoop Dogg being
He's
a
definitely
color,
better than Chris Webber.
If Snoop Dogg, everybody is. If Snoop Dogg was a color commentary analyst, we wouldn't be trying to put these restrictions on him. We would just let him do
But
him.
it's Snoop.
He might be smoking on camera. Who cares, man? It's Snoop, right?
Snoop has been all through Olympics. I've been seeing him everywhere.
That's a fact.
So
It's
Shout
crazy
out-
that
shout out
it's crazy that Snoop Dogg has been like the face of the Olympics right now. I never thought.
Isn't it
that.
crazy?
It's usually an athlete that's
Isn't it
like I didn't
crazy?
even think that he would walk the torch there. Isn't it supposed to be like a marathon runner?
Exactly.
Like
an athlete. It's supposed to be an athlete.
yeah, and you're supposed to run. You're supposed to run. This dude walking. He walking the torch. That's crazy.
You know what it
I
is,
never
though?
would have.
White people love Snoop Dogg. Like
Yeah.
white people absolutely
Bro, they adore that man.
love
Yo,
Snoop Dogg.
when I saw Martha Stewart, we should have known this. Martha Stewart and him were besties.
Yeah, besties.
That should have told you all you needed to know years ago, bro. Like, let's be real.
Dope, though.
Yeah, white people love Martha Stewart. and then you mix and then Snoop Dogg and then like Snoop Dogg just becomes the ultimate like white person favorite. He damn near the ultimate token nigga now. Like we love it. We love Snoop.
But one thing I do appreciate about Snoop though is he's still him.
He's
though.
still him.
I'm never like, yo, look at this guy code switching. Look at him.
I know.
Look at him acting like, I never
say
felt like Snoop
I'm
was
just
not
saying,
being
like,
Snoop.
white people love, white people love, for some reason, there's this, especially like in the 90s, white people loved when like they got a chance to sound gangster. So it's like Snoop allows them to be like, yo, hey, what's
Fair
up
enough.
for shizzle? You
Fair
know what I mean?
enough.
Like that
He makes it cool.
used to be the punchline on comedy.
No, that's a fact.
Time.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. He makes it cool. He makes it cool. But I'm with
I
y'all.
digress.
We digressing a bit. I do want to say, yo, let's get to the topics, man. On this episode, we're going to be talking about new music from Tory Lanez. Did you guys know he's dropping music from jail? Might have to.
Which is unbelievable.
We might have to tell the truth, guys, about
Something's not right.
Tory standing in the game. Something ain't right, right?
Ain't right.
Yeah.
How the hell that thing sound better than every single song that Sexy Red has released? It sounds like the quality.
Yo, it's crazy. It's
But
crazy.
anyway, go ahead.
Also, Big Sean sat down with Charlamagne the God and had some interesting things to say about Kendrick Lamar. He said he apologized to him behind the scenes. Yo, we're going to talk about if that was a big deal or not on our Something or Nothing segment. Also, DJ Mustard and Ice Spice, they dropped new albums, and the sales are pretty low, guys. The results were in.
You don't want to use the word. You
Flop.
don't want to use the F word.
Flop.
Yes. You don't want to use
Flibbity flop. We're going to get to whether or not like it's a big deal or not. But first, we got to talk about Ye. Mr. Kanye himself.
Yeah,
and also
wait, and
Ty Dolla. Can't forget the dollar sign, right? Yeah.
Please don't forget the dollar sign.
Don't forget the dollar sign. They dropped their new album, Vultures 2, which came out in a delayed fashion as it always does. It's the second installment of, it sounds like 3 possible albums within this Vulture pack. I'm not going to go and give my opinions too much just now, but I will kick this off to our esteemed guest. Because, Scotty, I want to know, what did you think of Vultures 2, man, in a nutshell?
I think that it was just an okay album. It wasn't like his best and it wasn't the worst. I don't think that there was nothing on there that like blew me away. Like I think Vultures 1 was better than Vultures 2 in my opinion. Vultures 2, we honestly, I don't want to say we didn't need it, but we really probably didn't need it. And I want to know, is Ty Dolla Sign's in some kind of contract with Kanye? Kanye probably got some information on Ty Dolla Sign's. He probably gonna have Ty Dolla Sign's like Ty Dolla Sign's got to be in a Marvel contract right now. He got to have Ty Dolla Sign's doing Vultures albums for the next 10 years. Like there's no reason. I think we could have. It was an okay album. There were some songs I did like, but did we really need it? Probably not.
Well,
That was short and
you said,
concise, sir. Yeah.
You said something very interesting.
Yes, sir.
You said that's not his worst and that's not his best, right? I think unanimously we can say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is his best, right?
That's my pick.
Yeah.
I think that's
my
his
pick.
best. It's not my favorite, but it's his best. And I think unanimously, if you got a chance to listen to it, Donda 2 is probably Kanye's worst album. Donda 2 was bad.
I didn't get a chance
Donda 2.
I didn't.
It was
I
on
gotta
the
listen to
stem
Donda
play.
2. I didn't. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to. Yeah.
Donda
Nobody,
2 was
nobody getting no
fire.
stem play.
That's true. You know, that's actually the reason why most people didn't
See,
watch,
back in the
didn't hear
day,
it.
we had Napster and LimeWire. We would have
Yeah,
found it on
yeah.
there, but there's no more of that. But this, sadly, it gave me similar vibes to Donda 2. Like, it felt unfinished, felt rushed, and it felt like it had so much potential that was untapped. Like, from a production standpoint, I said this in my review. I said, Kanye West has never let us down from a production standpoint. But in this album, he got very close to letting us down. I thought some of the beats felt regurgitated, like some stuff that he did on Vultures 1. His singing, oh my God, on the album was terrible. Bruh. I usually like Kanye when he sings, but like this time around, his singing was awful. And just pure gibberish rapping wise. And what I said on my review, I said, like the features actually brought normalcy to the album. Can you believe Playboy Cardi brought normalcy to the album from a rapping standpoint? And Ty Dolla Sign shined, I thought, throughout. But to me, my biggest concern while listening to this album, I didn't like it, by the way. My biggest concern while listening to this album is like, why is Kanye trying to act like he doesn't know how to rap? Isn't that weird? Kanye is moving around like he does not know how to rap or he forgot how to rap. It was like a very Klay Thompson-like performance from Kanye. Where it's like, I see it. The form still looks good.
Right.
But you just acting like you don't know how to rap.
I get
That's
that.
weird. We've never seen this.
Look. First off, Kanye West has always been a shaky. Well, not always, but in more recent history, Kanye has been shaky lyrically at times. Like there's been holes you could poke in Kanye. Like, fam, why'd you say that? Like, what's up with that decision? Like, he's on the downside of his career.
Like Poopity Scoop.
Yeah, like he's been playing around, adding a whole bunch of like humor, trying to do some lightheartedness. I'm gonna just tell you straight up, like, Kanye, the text that he had with Rich the Kid leaked, and he was talking about, man, I'm professionally gonna retire. And I'm at the point right now where I get it, Kanye. Yeah, he sounds bored. He don't sound inspired. Like, I don't know the difference between the Vultures 1 sessions and Vultures 2, but Vultures 1, at the very least, I felt like there was something there. He still had that passion. You could hear the energy in his lyrics, the energy in the music. Bro, Vultures 2 sounded flat. Vultures 2 was underwhelming. Like you said, you use the word gibberish. Bro, he literally was speaking gibberish on one of them songs. It sounded like a reference song that just made It's like, who QA'd this album?
Yeah.
Did anybody review this before they hit upload?
Yeah.
Because it don't feel like it.
Yeah.
It feel like, Kanye, they just in the session and they just hitting upload. Nobody, they don't got no team around saying, bro, like, don't put that out. Like, that shit's trash.
Yeah.
And there are some songs that I do like on this album, though.
Okay. Point them out.
I like Promotion. Promotion's pretty dope. I think it got Future on it. I like
Yeah.
I like the Thug record.
Me too.
The-
Well, I like Thug's part.
Of course.
Very good verse by
I also like the Lil Baby verse on Forever Rolling.
Very good.
Bro, the Lil Baby verse
actually,
made me feel like
Kanye's
old Baby was
verse-
back.
Kanye's verse on that
I
song
fuck-
was pretty good.
Field Trip was pretty hard too.
I like
Field
Field
Trip was pretty hard.
Field
Right?
Trip
That was the
was
Playboy
hard.
Cardi
Yeah,
one, right?
Field Trip.
Yep.
Yeah,
Field Trip
yeah.
was pretty
It had Cardi and it had Kodak Black on it too.
Yep. Kodak Black, Cardi, and Don Toliver.
And Don Toliver. Yeah.
I like
Yeah, Don Toliver,
like
yeah.
the very first song. That's actually my favorite
Slide?
song. Slide.
Slide was
Slide's my
good.
favorite
Yeah,
song
Slide was
ever.
good. Like, there's some joints on here that I felt like, all right, cool. Y'all clearly are still intentional. Y'all are making real music. But if we're judging this as a body of work, this was not a good album at all. Like, I would actually go as far to say this is trash. And I say that respectfully because this is Kanye. I've never said an album from Kanye was trash because, like you said, at the very least, production-wise, he does his thing. This is trash, dog. This is trash.
I also, I will say this, man. If Kanye is gonna keep on dropping $20 sweatsuits, he could drop all the Vultures albums that he wants. Because it's criminal. It's criminal that hoodies and sweatpants have been $50. So like he could drop all the Vultures he wants. Just keep on bringing me $20 sweatsuits. Hey, I'll take it.
Hey,
But
that's a fact.
I will also say this though. I feel like these Vulture 1 and then Vulture 2 and like the Donda 1 and Donda 2 stuff, like in underground artists do this as well. Like they drop like the part 2 of their projects or whatever because it's a whole bunch of throwaway songs or like verses that weren't even supposed to be on specific songs and stuff like that too. So I don't even think that it shouldn't even been named Vultures 2. It should have just gave it a different name. I feel like because it feels like it was a lot of throwaway songs on here.
Yeah.
And that's usually most of the times that's what it is. Because like he's imagine how many songs he recorded just for Vultures 1. It's probably hundreds, probably like at least like hundreds of songs that were recorded, and now he probably has enough for Vultures 2 or Vultures 3 or Vultures 4.
Yeah.
But I don't think that we're gonna get that. But because now I think that with the reception that a lot of people are probably going to give it, some people are going to gas it, and some people are going to be like, "Oh, it's not that good." So, but I feel like Kanye's his team around him is probably going to gas him up, like, "Oh man, this album's fire." You know, I don't think there's anybody really like telling him like, "Maybe we should change this. Maybe we should do that."
It don't feel that way. Yeah, it don't feel that way.
But I know that we about to the topic about to
ahead,
go.
yeah,
But I want to make this point. Like, if you really, really break it down, the only issue with the album was Kanye. He was like everything else about the album I thought was pretty good. Like Ty Dolla $ign's contributions were good.
He's always good.
The guest features were good. The production was decent. I mean, I didn't like the Northwest. That song was bad.
Absolute trash.
But I mean,
Yeah.
And I like the one on Vultures
but
1, by the way.
If
Whatever
you
that
get
one
a
joint's
more
called.
inspired Kanye, like I think you could say this is a good album. I mean, am I tripping?
But that's
or-
like saying, man, Ice Spice new album just dropped. Man, like if we got a better inspired Ice Spice, man, the album would be good. Yeah, that's the point. The point is we want the artist to do better. Like if they do better, the album is better. Like if they don't do well, the album sucks.
Hey,
what do you want? That's music.
Hey, suede on the seats. That's I want my suede on the seats. We're gonna switch it over to the next topic.
Let's get it.
Kanye's enemy, Drake, has been catching some flack from the black community as of late. You know, ever since Not Like Us, you know, with Kendrick Lamar and DJ Mustard dropped. Do we still call him DJ, or is it just
It's just Mustard.
Just
Yeah,
Mustard.
yeah.
Okay. Ever since that dropped, Mustard and Kendrick Lamar dropped Not Like Us. There's a new slogan going around where people are saying, "You are not like us," which is associating like realness in the black community to people that, you know, people like Drake, I guess, is being insinuated that they're not like the real black people, you know, going around in culture. So something very similar has happened with Kamala. I'm gonna make sure I say it right. Kamala Harris.
Yep.
Where as soon as she got the, you know, Democratic presidential nominee, I guess she's gonna be that. It's confirmed. People started to question her blackness. People are saying, "You ain't black, you're Indian. You know, you doing a black accent when you're talking. So, you know, I thought of this topic because I was just really wondering, like, yo, is there a real disdain for light-skinned people, or not light-skinned, mixed people in hip-hop and just, you know, mainstream black culture? Is that real disdain, or is this something that is actually justifiable with these two particular people? Look, is it just these two particular people that is the issue here?
You know what's so funny? I'll try to be brief here. I was thinking about this on the way up here, and I said, you realize, like, when people, I should say, not just us, when people are having race discussions, right? Let's say black people in particular. Black people are like, yo, man, like, we're being oppressed, right? We're being this, we're being that. And then white people and a lot of other people, not all, but some will be like, yo, we're so past this race conversation. Y'all still talking about race? Man, what the hell? Like, y'all still talking about race? Y'all still complaining? Like, I know y'all have heard this before.
Of course.
I always laugh at that because I'm like, yo, this convo will never die. You know why? Because there's too many people who truly don't understand basic concepts.
Even after reparations? Like,
Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Hey, reparations come down. Hey, they start handing out checks. I don't know. They might stop.
It's gonna be a gag order. No more. No, hey.
They gonna have to put in the fine print. You can no longer call out racists.
Can be jailed.
That's a good one. But yeah,
I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, of course. But no, I just think the combo is always, it's an evergreen combo, right? It's an evergreen combo, and I think Donald Trump in particular brought it up more recently, questioning Kamala Harris's race. He said, yo, man, is she black or is she Indian, man? Like it's a very weird angle for him to attack, but I kind of actually understood what he was saying in a sense. I don't agree. It sounded like he was saying she's code switching. I think that's what he really was trying to say. He could have just said, yo, she code switches, guys. Like, hey, she's in Atlanta. She got a southern accent. Hey, when she go over here, she talking like them. That's a real topic that we probably should have. But the concept of mixed people is something that is driving this world crazy. You know why? Because every single side seems to not think that mixed people are this like whole person, it sounds like. Some black people are like, yeah, you mixed, bro. Like, I don't know, man. You really black? Other white people, they're like, yo, is this person, like, you're mixed, but like, so what do we consider you? Like, there's this weird energy that people view mixed people with. And I just want to say as a PSA, yo, this is not a new concept, guys. Like, people are mixed, like running around. Like it's okay to say somebody's mixed. Like, why are we just losing sight of that? But look, I'll go to Kendrick real quick. Kendrick created this dissension with Drake. And he did it strategically. You know why? Because going to code switching, again, it's very key. Drake code switches. I'm going to be the first person to tell you when Drake is around. I seen it in pictures and videos when he's around his Jewish people. Hey, man, he kind of look like he ain't black. when he go around the people from Atlanta, he's swagged out. He drip like he's a chameleon, right? And I think that people associate chameleons with lack of integrity.
But can I play?
I want to point that out, and I'll stop there. But go ahead.
I play devil's advocate. I'll let you go, Scotty.
Go.
Doesn't everybody do that? Don't black people do that also? Like, I mean,
of course.
A lot of times, you know, you might find yourself, you go into work, you know, you go to your 9-to-5 job. You know, you're like, hey, man, what's up, homie? What's good?
Yeah.
And then you see the HR people. Yeah, I was implying about my blah, 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 blah. W-2 form. Where can I get it? It's, you know, I feel like it's just something human beings naturally do when they get into different environments.
I'm with you on that, but my response to that is there's always going to be them group of people, and I'm a kick this to one of y'all. There's always going to be them people like Rob Parker, who got in trouble with ESPN back in the day because he said, yo, is Robert Griffin III, is he a cornball brother or is he a brother? Like, which one is it? Like, is he like, what? My point is, there's always people evaluating blackness. Like, yo, hey, man, they have seen how you are when you are around other people. I'll stop there. What do you guys think? Scotty, what do you think?
So my opinion on the Kamala Harris thing is that, so I know that she's Indian and Jamaican, But when she was doing like her little speech and everything, she had Meg Thee Stallion come out there and twerk. But she didn't have Indian women go out there belly dancing. She didn't have no Jamaicans out there doing Rastafari shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
And then when my thing about it is when people are questioning her blackness, is they're asking, are you cosplaying as a Black American that came from chattel slavery? Or are you, what are you doing here? Like, what is because you know who talks like when you code switch and you're like using like, certain slang and stuff like that, you know what people talk like that. Black Americans talk like that. So like, there's specific slang and stuff like that Black Americans use. And then there's specific slangs that Jamaicans use. I got homies that are Jamaican. I got homies from all different parts of Africa.
We're
Shout out to my homie Ola.
Yeah.
Oh, Nigeria. Yeah. Oh, my boy Ola. He's Nigerian, man. He came all the way from Nigeria, became a doctor, and did his thing, man, doing it up. And there's different. And I feel like she could have better Meg Thee Stallion has a degree. She could have spoke on topics and different issues instead of going up there doing a song and twerking. Because now it puts us in a negative light and specifically Black Americans, because now people look at us like, oh, this is what Black Americans do. This is the bitch that just be twerking. And people can say like, oh. Yeah, like people can just pinpoint that and put that on us because it's like a normal people say that shit. When we got it's like the little jokes and stuff that people say about Black Americans and we have jokes that we say about other people too.
Right.
But we have to. But like I said, like Kamala Harris, like she's in it's kind of like I don't want to say cosplaying, but it's kind of like distasteful when you do something like that because. Nobody would want let's just say a Black American went to Nigeria and was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run for the president and do stuff in Nigeria, and they're against all the things that people in Nigeria want. You know what I'm saying? Because when Kamala Harris was asked, what are you gonna do for Black people? She said, I'm not going to do shit specifically for Black people.
She did say that.
So
but that was taken as a soundbite a while ago. Yeah, it was out of context. They took it out of context, but she did say that though.
Yeah, and then now you think you do all this stuff to try to get us to fuck with you, and it's just man, I want to rock with you, but you don't have to do the extras on. You ain't got to do the. You ain't got to put the.
You don't got to do the. You don't have stereotypical. How they stereotype Black people.
Yeah, because not all black people, specifically Black Americans, we don't all do that shit.
Right.
It's kind of cringe. Yeah. It's kind of cringe looking at that shit. Yeah. It's like us putting stereotypes on everybody else and making it seem like y'all like Nigerians do one thing or Jamaicans do that one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of cringe. It's kind of cringe
for sure.
And then. It's same thing with Drake, kind of sort of, because his dad's from Memphis and his mom is from Canada. So he does have those roots, but then also he grew up different. It's sometimes it's not even who's your father is. It's sometimes where you grew up at.
True.
He grew up in Canada.
That's true.
And he didn't really grow up like that. And he has to, just like how Kendrick said, you went to Atlanta to get your swag up and get plays in the clubs and stuff like that because that he just didn't understand it. And there's Black American kids that didn't grow up the way that I grew up. Yeah. I can't say that I'm living like them because I didn't. So I think it's all based on how you grew up and. I'm gonna pass it on to you.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Listen.
No, cause I went on a little long rant, so I want to hear I want to hear you guys' response.
You said some good shit. Because you didn't really get a chance to give your full thoughts, so we can extend this a bit. Yeah.
No, that's fine. I was going to say, I do find it interesting that there's a lot of prominent Indians in the political sphere that don't look Indian, don't look like your stereotypical, Indian, right? For instance, Kamala Harris, whether you like it or not, she looks Black to me. She looks like a Black woman. Whether it's mixed or whether it's a light-skinned Black woman, her sister looks even blacker to me. But she looks like a Black woman, and then you got Nikki Haley, who looks like a straight white woman to me.
Facts.
And these are Indians.
That's a fact.
People who have identified as Indian. They have Indian parents. Vivek looks straight Indian, so
Facts.
that's not even a question. But it's interesting. I mean, it's a combo that's just interesting. I mean, even going back to Drake, I think it kind of sucks though. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucks because these topics usually come up when there's conflict, or these it's kind of like the go-to thing when there's a disagreement. Like, wouldn't it suck? Like, I've been this person. I've worked with all these people. I've given these people hits in Drake's standpoint, and when they have some type of difference, suddenly I ain't black. You know what I mean? Like that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Like, from his standpoint, that kind of sucks. That's what you got to go to.
I get it, but my retort to that is, yo, J. Cole mixed too. Ain't nobody ever questioned J. Cole black.
Very true.
Like, so this is, we got to stop making this about,
Very true.
It's not about, and we had this talk about identity, blackness, and I don't want to rehash it. If you guys want to check out our previous thoughts, y'all go to our channel. We got a whole bunch of previous talks about this, like real talk.
So hey,
I tell you,
nobody said. That's okay.
I tell you this all the time, bro. It's about identity. People view who you appear to identify as, and that's what they're weaponizing against her, against Kamala Harris. And by the way, real quick, and I'll just say this to kind of end.
I was gonna say. Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick is, I guess, mixed, right?
Yep.
Because I don't think people were questioning his blackness.
When has anybody ever said, "Yo, he ain't black"?
Yeah, I say, has anybody questioned his blackness?
And that's
Ever?
They've never.
But
I never
if there
heard
was
it.
conflict,
I never heard it.
Right? If there was conflict,
They wouldn't have a leg to stand on. You know why?
I mean,
Because they view him as a black man,
you sure?
full time.
I'm saying when there's conflict, full time.
Not part-time, not part-time.
So if Colin Kaepernick came out and said something, rubbed somebody the wrong way with a comment that he made, you don't think they're gonna start coming out and saying he ain't
They
black?
might, but it wouldn't hit. It's
So
like
but
if somebody
that's
called.
my point,
my
though.
point
It's
is
like
if,
when
if
there's
somebody called J.
conflict-
Cole, yeah, you ain't black.
Yeah.
Most people would be like, "What are you talking about?" Like, you see what I'm saying? So you could say it,
Yeah.
but it's a matter of does it hit?
Yeah.
And this is what people are doing with Kamala Harris. And what I was about to say is, yo, people got to do 30 seconds of research. Go and look up. Okay, fine. She went to a HBCU. Great. A lot of black people do. But you do know there's some people who ain't black who go to HBCUs, right?
Yeah.
Do people know that?
We got a
Facts.
friend that's.
I mean, there's white people. There'd be white people that be.
We got an Asian friend.
Yeah, it's white.
We got an Asian
white.
friend that went to HBCU.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I'm watching
Facts.
all these people defend Kamala Harris, and they're like,
But to her
she went to
defense-
HBCU.
To her defense,
She's the. I'm
to
like,
her
bro,
defense-
did y'all see her mom? She's an Indian. Did
Yeah.
you see her dad?
he's Jamaican.
He's like, no, but Jamaican is a nationality.
No, I know.
Like,
I know
do
what
you
you're saying.
see him? His ethnicity is like, bro, he might be a quarter or a fifth black. He got a whole bunch of stuff in it, and I think that's where people are coming from. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying I'm telling you why people
And in
are doing that.
Jamaica, I was going.
There's a lot of white people
They
there.
also have a color caste system too, like in Jamaica as well. So like they have the whole color caste system. So like he was a lighter Jamaican, so therefore he had probably more privileges in Jamaica.
Probably so.
You know what I'm saying? So like and it doesn't take away. So like I still count, whether you're mixed or not. So like if you're mixed, mom's black and dad's white, or dad's black and mom's white, you black. At the end of the day, you still have black genetics in you. So, like, in my opinion, you're still black. Drake is still black.
Drake black.
The only thing is that like people are questioning the authenticity of what he's presenting. himself
That's
as.
that's the
That is-
combo.
That's how you. That's a great way to put it.
And that's why I was talking about code switching. And I was
Yeah,
talking about
we
talking about how you
Yeah.
how you identify, how they see you identifying with your culture, your ethnicity. That's the convo. That's all.
Okay.
Why you think people got a problem with
Yeah,
logic?
I don't think. Yeah, he don't even look. I got cousins that look just like Logic. I got cousins that look like Logic, bro.
Dog.
Motherfucker look. And both my parents are black. I don't got no. I'm a little. I'm light brown. I'm caramel.
I'm caramel.
Hey, that's pause too. You can't describe a nigga in the flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like he was caramel. He was mocha. He was mocha.
That's
You can't describe a man as a flavor.
you can describe yourself, but you can't describe another man. That's how I go.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good point.
But yeah, let's kick this off to the next topic. That was a good discussion, yo.
Very good discussion.
Man, we got some new albums from Mustard, He just dropped a new album called Faith of a Mustard Seed.
Yes,
Is that what it's called?
Faith of a Mustard Seed.
Faith of a Mustard Seed. And then also Ice Spice. She dropped her debut album, Y2K. And regardless of how you feel about the music, because we're not here to necessarily talk about, what you thought of the album and all that other cool stuff. But hey, if you guys are out there and you want to, let us know what you guys think of the album, hit us in the comments, man. But Mustard's album dropped, and he sold 18,000 album units first week. And also Ice Spice dropped, and she, what did she do? 20K? I believe 20K first week. And so a lot of people are having this like weird sort of, I think, kind of like conversation. I call it weird because it's really forced by Mustard. Mustard, he looped in the whole racial angle. He started blaming Drake. He's saying like he's almost copping pleas for why his album sales were so low. But I know Q, you brought this up and you wanted to have more of a high level combo because again, it's not necessarily about them particular albums. But would you say that these low album sales is an indictment on rap? Like, is rap just like at a low point, or is this more about these guys?
Yeah,
how you feel about that?
I think so. It's funny. We had before the podcast started, we had this conversation, and I said I think Mustard's low sales is because people, like, I can't think of somebody saying, "Yo, you want to check out that new Mustard album?" Like, I can't think of somebody saying that, right? You know what I mean? As good as Mustard is, right? See, right, Scotty, right? And then I said,
nobody
I
listens to
think
that shit.
Y2K with Ice Spice, they saying who wants to listen to an Ice Spice album? Two completely, I know it sounds like I said the same thing, but it's kind of like two completely different things I said. I think with Mustard, it's like these days to get a consumer to listen to a full album, you got to have like some type of incentive, or you got to like have a pill. You got to, I think something tied to it, maybe whether it's a controversy or, you got Drake on your album, I think that'll make people listen to it. And then I think with Ice Spice's situation, I think people are starting to value talent more in the hip hop industry. Like, which is great because I feel like there was once upon a time where talent, it didn't really matter as long as, you had clout, cool, you can go on there and say whatever. But I think it's a sign that we want talent. And for me, I think Ice Spice is cool. Ice Spice is cool. Like apparently she's taking Ozempic. Like, she looks great, looks in shape. I like the beats that she raps over. But I would not call her a talented rapper. And I think her selling low is a sign of people saying, yo, we only want to listen to people who are talented, full albums of people who are talented. I think that's actually a good sign in hip hop, but at the same time, I do think it could be troubling because now you just can't put out anything. You got to make sure you put high quality stuff out there, and I think a lot of people aren't capable of doing that.
Hey, look, bro. Look, first of all, I feel where you're coming from. And you're right. I don't think anybody in their right mind, maybe unless they're Ice Spice fans. I think she calls her fans the Munchies, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what grown man would want to be called a Munchie, but hey, we're going to assume they're all kids, guys.
Is Munchie a bad thing? Is it being a munch a bad
thing?
Yeah,
it's
right?
like...
It's derogatory. So why would she...
Yeah,
why would...
Bro, I don't know,
she
man.
call her group Munchies?
I don't know, man.
What?
Who cares?
All right, whatever.
But the point is this. My problem with Ice Spice's, the reception of Ice Spice to me, which, by the way, she got some joints I rock with, so I'm not trying to act like I don't enjoy some of her music, because I do. But I think that, like, she is a result of clout and litness and this whole craze and trend of women shaking their ass and doing all this other stuff. It don't translate to people wanting to check out your music if you're not talented, right? So I think that's the key. I think at the end of the day, this goes back to talent, specifically with Ice Spice. Like, when you listen to her music, because I heard that album, and I'm telling you, bro, like, I was genuinely confused at how bad that album was. I couldn't believe the music.
Pitchfork feels differently.
Hey, Pitchfork.
They said it was better than the Blueprint.
Yo, shout out to man. It's don't even get me started on dog. You know that album ranked higher than like dog. I saw a whole list. No, that's actually true.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're bullshit. It sounds like
Not
he's
Blueprint.
BSing.
I don't know what they gave.
Bro,
Blueprint.
I saw an actual list
Yeah.
of all the albums that were ranked lower than Ice Spice's new album, and I couldn't believe it. 2014 Forest Hills Drive, Futures, self-titled, double disc, also the Hendrix album, Mad. Utopia was ranked 5.7. Yo, can we get to Pitchfork? Yo, y'all are done, bro. But this is not even about Pitchfork. This is not about them. They don't know what they're doing. Clearly,
okay.
We care about talent at the end of the day, and the litness, this whole like craze, internet culture, bro. It don't translate to music sales. We want music. Who's making the music that people care about? That is what is going to move the needle at the end of the day. It's not you shaking your ass with Kai Cenat on a live stream. Like that ain't going to do it. It's going to get you the social media clout, but bro, ain't nobody checking out that music. If you ain't raw. But now Mustard on the other hand is a different case. I will say this. I think that's disingenuous from you. I don't know if you're doing it on purpose, but I do feel like Mustard musically, his albums have always been good and they've always sold well. I think Mustard selling low is just a result of him just not being hot. He hasn't been in the limelight and putting out music for a very long time. That's what I would say. But Scotty, what do you think?
So for Ice Spice first, Ice Spice, I feel like everything that she has done so far has been manufactured. I don't think that she's a real a real artist. I look at her as someone that's like a creative player. In my opinion, I've never heard anyone, even when I'm out in Chicago, out in the city that I'm in, I've never heard anyone riding around playing Ice Spice. I've heard people listen to Sexy Red before they listen to Ice Spice. I think, in my opinion, that Sexy Red will have a longer career than Ice Spice. Ice Spice is just popular right now, and just for now. And I don't know how long that popularity will run for. Yeah, she surrounds herself with people like Central C, Pink Panthers and stuff like that, that make good music. Right. I don't even think Central C is going to last that long because, my opinion, I think like UK drill rap, it's from New York drill rap, and New York drill rap comes from Chicago drill rap. So these are all different things that come from, the source, which is Chicago. And how many times are we going to recreate that wheel? How many times are we going to have NY drill beats and UK drill beats, niggas rapping on that shit? Like, how long is that going to last? Like, I give it a year or two. Like, in my opinion, before something else changes.
A year or
I give it a year or two before something else changes. Like, we're gonna get new. They're gonna the music industry is gonna start cranking out more motherfuckers to replace these other people that's gonna eventually fall off. In my opinion, like they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to keep on cranking these people out because kids
sure.
You got TikTok, you got. And shit like that, where people are dropping music every day. There's millions of artists, and they can pick out anybody that they want. So like, I think that Ice Spice, I just don't think that it's gonna translate over within a year or two. I think.
Hey, real quick though, real quick for you. Sorry to interrupt, but as you saying, I wanted to ask both of y'all a real quick question. What's the difference between Ice Spice and Coi Leray?
Coi Leray is talented.
I like Coi Leray.
I agree.
Coi Leray.
I agree with that, but the similarities, I feel there's a lot of similarities, right? For example, debut album selling low. Everybody clowned. Remember, they clowned Coi Leray's. She sold like 11K, right? Most people don't think she's talented. I didn't say you. I actually think she is.
I agree.
Most people are like, who is this girl shaking her ass on TikTok? What are you doing? We don't care. And that's why I asked the room, like, what do you think the difference is, and why people view them differently? And you say you think she's talented.
Well,
so the difference comes back to talent.
So
correct?
I think Coi Leray's case. So Ice Spice is sticking to one sound, particularly one sound. It's like a make or break for her, like that drill New York Jersey club sound, right? Coi Leray is actually pretty versatile. I've heard her do R&B. I've heard her do like hard-hitting hip-hop joints. I've heard her in club bangers. Like, Coi Leray seems pretty versatile. And in this day and age, versatile is the name of the game. If you are not a versatile artist, I just don't see a path for you to stay long. But however, I do want to say Ice Spice, maybe she's just a figure. Maybe she's just a social media, somebody who can come around on TikToks and, just because, like I said on the last episode, she has a very interesting face. Like, I've not seen this face before. So, like, maybe she's somebody that can stick around on that, spectrum.
But I think somebody like her, you got to have personality, and I don't know if she has that. You get what I mean? Like, you kind of like if what you're saying is true, then she would have a longer.
She got personality. She's from New York.
The thing about Ice Spice is that
she's hella bland.
She's had
real talk.
Ice Spice has had so many weird allegations on her, like being autistic. Like there's literally people have even like tried to like break down like her facial structure on like how kids that I'm like, bro, this is crazy. And then another thing is that guys like a girl that will just bend over and then shake ass. Like her first dance move as soon as she hits the stage is to shake ass. Like there's nothing else that like I don't even.
She don't even look happy doing
it.
Yo, bro. Yo, she was on Kai Sanat's stream, and Kai was like, yo, hey, let's freestyle. Yo, he put a beat on. He thought she was really about to freestyle. He's like, oh, shit, about to, let's go, come on. Bro, she turned around and started twerking, dog.
Damn.
It's like, fam.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. And then
it's wild.
Yeah. And that's why I like Coil Ray, though.
Is she real black? I like Coil Ray too. I think Coil Ray's future is bright.
Yeah.
But no, we want to know what you guys think. I mean, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments, man. Like, is Ice Spice, is her lack of album sales, is that an indictment on, I guess, the game as a whole, or is this Mustard. The fact that and Mustard as well? Is this is rap going downhill, or is it more, hey, we ain't trying to hear from these particular artists for this particular reason? Y'all let us know. Let's move on to the next topic, which is, by the way, Scotty, this is a little introduction for you. We have a new segment called Something or Nothing, and we do rapid fire takes, right, on these topics we, are gonna list out. So we got what, 5 or 6? Q, is it?
We got about 5.
Is it my turn to read? I don't know.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Is it my turn to read out or not?
You ask me, and I tell you if it's something or if it's nothing. Boom. But now it's me and Scotty, so we're gonna tell you if it's something or nothing. I'm gonna go quick.
Remember, rapid fire takes. First couple things that pop in your head. Obviously not one word response, but a couple words. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get it going. So we got the first topic on the list. Recently, Drake was on stage at a P&D concert in Toronto, and he announced that he's dropping a collab album with him. Man, is that something or nothing? Should we be excited about this new album from the guys? Potentially dropping an R&B project? Q, what do you think?
Definitely something. I think Drake and P&D's chemistry, PARTYNEXTDOOR, by the way. Yep. Drake and PARTYNEXTDOOR chemistry is fantastic. Going all the way back to like what? Views? No, even before that, bro. Right? If you're reading this, it's too late.
I say before that.
Before that,
on PARTYNEXTDOOR solo album,
their chemistry. Come and see me for once.
Oh, recognize.
Yeah.
Come on,
for
man.
Sure. So I think this would allow Drake to be in his element as this R&B hip hop guy, and then also, I mean, if you heard his 2 singles, "Healing" and "Sideways," that's the bag that I want to see Drake in or hear Drake in. And I think PARTYNEXTDOOR, they can extend this. We might get more Sideways and Healing. That I prefer, like Kendrick said. Kendrick said it himself. I prefer the Drake that's not a threat. The one that makes me dance. Like that's
I like
the
Drake with the melodies.
And I think exactly.
I don't like Drake when he act tough.
Exactly. So like I think that's the Drake we're gonna get with PARTYNEXTDOOR. Hey, that's what I want to hear.
Hey, shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to Kendrick. We gotta thank Kendrick.
I call that brunch Drake.
Bro, let's thank Kendrick.
You hear those songs during brunch.
That's a fact.
I'm trying to hear
That's a fact.
Sideways during brunch.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
My eggs Benedict and that playing in the
background. A little
background.
mimosa, you know what I'm saying?
Mimosa.
Hey, Scotty. Hey, Scotty, what do you think, man? Is it something or nothing that they drop in the collab?
I think it's something. So PARTYNEXTDOOR, break from Toronto. Just listening to like I was listening to PARTYNEXTDOOR when I was in like the motherfucking like eighth grade. They're going into freshman year. So like, I was a big Party Next Door fan, big Drake fan. Still, I still think Drake can still get his whatever he lost back. You know, getting those allegations thrown on you and all that stuff. I still think that is what I agree with what you just said. He needs to get back in that bag in order to garner what he lost. So, I don't even know if he lost something. You got people just trolling him and clowning him. Exactly. It's more trolling than anything, and no one likes that. Regardless, like no one wants to be called a pedo. Like like no one wants to get trolled like that.
Wild.
So and this could, and depending on the lyrics that he uses in this Party Next Door collab, it could be used to troll him too. I'm like, oh, this dude talking about sixth graders, or like, you know what I'm saying, like, like you know what I'm saying, like they could use his lyrics on this Party Next Door collab to troll him. So I think that this could help him.
That's true.
No, that's good. You're right. That's great. You're right. But you know, Drake is gonna have to deal with that regardless. Yeah. I do think whenever this album does come out, hopefully, I think he said in the fall potentially this year. Yo, enough time is gonna have gone by, right? And people are gonna give him a little bit more grace, man. Like, let's all get back into the bag in which we enjoy Drake's music. Drake is the guy from Preview. We talking about Nothing Was the Same. We talking about Take Care. That's the Drake everybody like. You know what I'm saying? I think he kind of
One Dance.
I think he kind of knows that, and so I'm actually happy. I think this is something as well.
One Dance. I want to say this real quick before you go to the next one.
Go ahead. Big quick.
Party Next Door is a demon, by the way.
Facts.
People forget this.
Savage.
That is a demon. But anyway, go ahead.
Bro, that man's a savage.
The amount of demonicness that's gonna go on that album. Don't think it's just R&B.
On God.
Don't think it's just R&B. That's a demon.
On God. Yeah.
Definitely something.
Next topic, if you will. Tory Lanez has been dropping a series of new songs from his prison tapes. I guess weekly drops. Wish I Never Met Her. No, that's not what it's called. Wish We Never Met, I believe is what it's called. And there's a couple other ones. Sell 250, 245. A couple of other drops.
Yeah.
People are questioning whether or not he's recording this off of a cell phone on voice notes versus the jail phone. Is this something or nothing that Tory Lanez is releasing new music from jail? Like, should we be excited or is this What do you think?
It's by the way, 4 songs so far dropped. All of them are fantastic. Like the first 2 I like more. And like I think I like the R&B Tory Lanez more than the hard hitting rap joints. But it's definitely something. Like this is crazy. Forget how you feel about Tory Lanez, and all the stuff that's going on, right? This is innovation. Like, could you imagine if C Murder had this level of quality? All them people that went to jail had this level of quality. Gucci Man in jail talking about his experiences in jail when he was in jail.
Facts.
Like Tupac, we could have had like 3 more Tupac albums. Yeah. Like this is innovation. However the hell he did it. How do you think he did it?
Well, I think it's voice. I think it's voice notes.
Was it voice notes?
This is my theory. My theory, real quick, is I think he has a cell phone or some type of device in there. He's getting beats from his engineer, and he's separately he's hearing it, and he's recording it on another device, giving his raw vocals. His engineer is really the star of this damn show.
Crazy.
He's going crazy with the mixes.
Like I said, it sounds.
But I think that's how they're doing it.
Audio quality sounds better than every Sexy Red song I heard in my life. The audio quality is fantastic.
And she's out here in these streets, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Scotty, what do you think, man? Something to nothing.
It's definitely something. And then to add on to just rapping over like jail phones and stuff like that. We had Draco the Ruler. Draco the Ruler is a West Coast artist. He dropped a full project from prison. He rapped over the phone, and then the engineer was able to pick up his vocals over the jail phone. So it sounded choppy, but then he redropped the project called Because Y'all Asked, and then dropped it with a more higher quality. And then Gucci Mane, I think when I was in the 7th grade, when Gucci Mane was in jail, he dropped 1 song from prison. And I forgot the name of the song. It was old as fuck though. And nobody, I don't even remember the name of it. But he dropped 1 song. But yeah, with the quality that we have now with cell phones and new technology and stuff like that, I think Tory will be able to, if he dropped a whole album from prison, he's gonna outsell most artists. I think he'll outsell Ice Spice. I think he'll outsell any DJ Mustard. Anybody that you want to put up against Tory Lanez, he's gonna outsell them because he has a diehard fan base. He dropped his other album for $1 and made $1 million off of it. Like,
I'm glad you brought that up because I think you used the word innovation. That's something that I would actually apply to Tory across the board. That was an innovative move. Nobody had ever did what you just said, right? Where he actually made $1 million off. I believe it was like that NFT was like an NFT drop or something like that. Of course, when he was out here in the streets, innovative. He's also doing it here with the music. Yo, Tory is that dude, man. Behind bars, outside of bars. I don't give a damn. When Tory drops music, I'm here for it. I don't care what he did in his personal life that landed him in jail. Tory behind bars is better than 99% of these rappers right now, like straight up.
I mean, people forget. Like, do you remember? I mean, you can go to the next topic, but you remember like how Shine sounded on Confessions remix?
Yep. Yeah, like, he actually dropped music behind. Yeah, that's true.
Remember,
Same thing.
It sounded like so. This is pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Absolutely.
Hopefully,
man.
you didn't get in trouble for that. I hear you be getting in trouble for doing stuff like that.
There's no way he don't have clearance to do this. You know what I'm saying? I would highly doubt it. But let's move on to the next one. AMP, the AMP boys. Some of you guys may know who they are. Some may not. This is Kai Cenat's crew. They recently dropped their what seemed it to be like an annual Cypher at this point. I feel like they've done at least 2 to 3 of them, and they always doing it around the XXL drop. It's like they trying to steal the shine. And I want to know from you guys: have they outshined? Have they outshined XXL at this point? Scotty, who you checking for more, AMP Freestyles or XXL Freestyles in 2024? Who you got?
I personally would rather, at this point, I would rather watch AMP do a freestyle rather than watching actual rappers on XXL do a freestyle because XXL is out of touch. They're forcing these artists on us. The only artist that I really recognized on there was the Mexican OT, and I think a few other artists that were on there. But other than that,
Big XL.
Big X the plug. I can't believe I forgot. Big X the plug.
I was just kidding, by the way.
Big X. No, he's. I think he's actually dope.
He's pretty dope.
He's good. He's very good. He's good.
He need to switch his flow up a little bit, but I mean, other than that, I rock with him though. Rock with him.
But
I think it's nothing though.
Every other artist on there, they were already signed to a label. Like they're already signed. So like, how are these guys freshmen? How are, like, in my opinion, I thought the XXL was about artists that weren't signed yet that are trying to get signed, and then they're showcasing new talent. Like this doesn't make any sense. And then some of these guys are like 30 plus years old. So like, how are they freshmen? Like freshmen are supposed to be, you know, they're supposed to be younger than me. They're supposed to be young, like they're supposed to be younger than me. Like
Scotty going off right now. He's going
off, but
this is
good. It needed to be said.
This is good.
It needed to be said.
This is good.
I think it's nothing. I mean,
you think it's nothing?
You know, the thing is, we are chasing the greatest XXL Cypher ever, which was the 21 Savage, Kodak Black, Lil Yachty. We're chasing that. So ever since that Cypher, like, we just keep comparing it to that one, and you know it's never going to compare because I mean
that was the most accurate one.
It was the most accurate, and it was, and to me, hip hop artists were bigger stars back then. I think this is more of an issue of these streamers are bigger stars than the hip hop artists. I'd rather hear what Duke Dennis has to say than what Boss Man D-Lo has to say. That I mean, I've been saying it the whole time that, you know, the streamers are winning. But
hey, Duke can rap though.
I think he can rap.
Yo, some of these dudes is actually they can rap, dog. Like it's kind of interesting.
I think it just takes one. It just takes one person. It just takes one Adam Silver. It just takes Adam Silver saying, yo, hey, we're going to get people to actually care. We're going to tweak some things, and XXL will be back.
Look, man, I say it's something real quick, and very similar to you, Scotty. It's something to me. I think it says more about XXL's lack of just a pulse in terms of like highlighting freshmen in the way that like makes sense, you know? Like Lucky, you know, I'm sure you guys know the rapper Lucky. He recently called them out. Bunch of dudes. 42 Doug as well was like, yo, XXL, they kind of need to do something different because they trying to get dudes up to the freestyle and they can't rap like that. They can't even freestyle. At least when Uzi and them were doing it in 2016, they at least had the swagger,
with it.
right, and the personality to go up there and not take themselves too seriously. But the fact that AMP is out here outshining XXL, this is we in a new era.
Well, it's a little more quality.
We in a new
too.
era,
I mean, but
guys.
Kevin Hart is a bigger star than everybody combined, right? So you know, the fact that they had Kevin Hart on there made it more appealing.
Whose freestyle was the worst?
Was terrible.
Everybody.
It was. But he's a comedian. So
speaking of earlier in the show, here's a callback because you're a comedian. Remember when you said, "Hey man, don't you said don't describe another man as a flavor."
As a flavor?
Yo, chocolate dropper. Kevin Hart.
Chocolate dropper. That's true.
Chocolate
Yo,
drop.
that's
Yeah.
true. Chocolate drop. Chocolate drop. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next one. Big Sean sat down with Charlamagne the God, and he had a lot of things to say, but more specifically, he talked about how Kendrick sent him a text message when the Element verse leaked and he was dissing him. Is it something or nothing that Sean said Kendrick apologized to him? Should we expect another diss from Kendrick for Sean outing them? Like, tell me something, man. Something or nothing.
Why, Sean? Why? It could be nothing. It could be something. It depends on what Kendrick. Kendrick doesn't talk, so we're never gonna know what Kendrick feels. He's just gonna get a diss. So we just have to see what's gonna happen on the next Kendrick album. Is he gonna throw shots at Big Sean? But for Big Sean, one thing, you know how you said, Scotty, like never describe a man by a flavor. I have another rule: never tell somebody a man apologized to you in public. Don't ever say that. Like I just got a problem with that. Say, you know, if I'm Big Sean, I'm just gonna keep it real. This is what I say. I say, you know, we chopped it up. We're good. We chopped it up. We're good. But like Big Sean was talking about how, like, you know, he was on the plane. He gave a whole, like, you know, he just told the whole story of how this apology came about. And I'm just like, you know, for grown men, you can't tell somebody they apologize to you. You just can't. You can't. You know how many times, you know how many things probably in hip hop history has happened in the background where people actually legit apologize, but we'll never know about it.
Facts.
Like, I'm sure Irv Gotti has probably apologized to 50 Cent multiple times. Hey, yo, my bad, dog. Like, but it will never come out. Like, that's the PSA. Grown men, don't ever tell anybody in public that somebody apologized to you. Please don't.
Listen, my name is Uchay, and I endorse that message. Facts. Look, hey, Scotty, what do you think? What do you think? Something or nothing about what Sean had to say?
I think it's nothing. Possibly could be something, but full-heartedly, I think it's nothing. I think Big Sean probably overspoke. You know, he shared a little bit too much, and sometimes it happens. And I think it's okay to say, depending on what the situation was, like, oh, I pressed him and he apologized, or like, you know what I'm saying, like, like if Big Sean like pressed him and then made it, like, then it's like a situation. But if Kendrick Lamar sincerely like apologized to Big Sean and didn't want to offend him, I think that is fine. I think it just depends on like what the situation was. Like if someone was like very sincere and they were kind and they want to be my friend and they apologized, I'm like, yeah, he apologized and we're all good. Like we're fine. There's nothing, like, you know, nothing happened. But also I think if Kendrick were to diss Big Sean, I think Big Sean can still handle him. In my opinion, I think people forget he's from Detroit. Like some of the dopest rappers, some of the dopest sounds come out of Detroit. A lot of the styles that come from like the Bay Area and a lot of other West Coast areas come from Detroit. That's why you have like the you know, you got Bang Gang Lonnie and all these people and T Grizzly and all those other people. Yeah, Sada Baby and all those people. There's a whole connection between Detroit and the Bay. So if Kendrick Lamar did diss him, he's still gonna have his hands full. It's not gonna be an easy.
Hey, look,
It's not gonna be an easy win.
I don't know about that one.
It's not gonna be an easy win. It's not
Big Sean
gonna be
be like, he started, my mental health ain't ready for Kendrick. He just keep
bro.
bringing up the, like I didn't have energy for it. He seems like that type of guy.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. First and foremost, we could actually have a whole long, drawn out discussion on this topic, which maybe we do it on a later pod.
He might take him to 5 games.
Yo, maybe
it might be a gentleman's sweep.
Hey, brother,
I give Big Sean that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I rock with Sean so heavy. I think Sean lyrically, talent-wise, deserves to be in that conversation. And I think we all just need to tell the truth. Let's start telling the truth about Big Sean, okay? Every time Sean speaks, like he did with Charlamagne, he tells you and he gives you this glimpse into his mentality that he really don't want the problem. He says, I'm here for the smoke. I just want to clarify, I'm not scared. Bro, we know you don't want the problems. It's okay. Like,
I don't
the
want
same
problems.
way the same way that J. Cole dropped out of the beef when he dissed Kendrick and didn't want the problems that came with it. We now know that Cole ain't about that life. Before that, we thought he was about that life.
The life.
Yo,
but
stop
he
it.
Don't want the what you're
Skip.
saying is right.
Skip.
Look,
Skip.
it ain't this.
Stop it, Skip.
I was gonna say I don't think that J. Cole's a battle rapper.
I think
Big Sean comes from a place where battle rap. J. Cole
does.
comes from Detroit. Battle rap is a key factor.
Yeah.
Same thing with the West Coast. In the West Coast, you got to be a battle rapper.
Yeah, no, fair. I guess what I'm really getting at in a nutshell is simply when I say he don't want the problem, I just mean I don't know if he is he has the energy to kind of like sustain, go to sleep,
Or
with,
mentally
wake up,
deal
to
with it.
mentally deal with that
I'm
warfare.
saying
That's what this comes down to.
I think
that's
bar
what it
for
comes
bar
down to.
Raps, yes, he can go toe to toe.
100%.
But I don't think he can come with the
That's
hate,
all I'm saying.
The Kendrick fans and all this stuff. But
so my answer is I think it's something because when he overshares, which I'm glad you said that, you're over talking. You now open the door for this man Kendrick on his new album, on whatever single, to feel some type of way about what you did on
I
that
would
interview
absolutely feel some type
and
of way.
bomb on you. And then what you gonna do? With Sean, you're gonna be like, damn man, why you diss me again? No, you can't. No,
Well, the
you
truth
spoke
hurts.
too much.
the truth hurts.
Simple.
I mean,
It does.
I mean, because that's the one thing you can't ever you can't tell me what Kendrick Lamar said on Element he didn't believe. He believed it. You can't. That's why I'm like, in this particular situation, Sean should have said nothing because what he said he believes. He just apologized that it came out.
There
I'm
we
not
go.
talking about it. We chopped it up. It's cool. We chopped because it's mainly. I want to make it clear.
Go ahead.
This has nothing to do with anybody being soft. I don't think any of them are soft. But I think this has more to do with you don't know how Kendrick feels. You're at the mercy of Kendrick when you say, hey, he apologized to me. Kendrick can come out and say, no, I didn't. You got a whole issue. But, I mean, yeah, I think it's nothing. I think it ended up being nothing.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Oh, let's move to the next topic and last one. Okay. This one is actually a really interesting one. Shout out to that boy Dope on Twitter, also a dope rapper. We reviewed a song from him way back in the day.
Yeah, for sure. I know.
He said, yo, man, we need y'all. He said, man, I would love to know what the ill-advised wise guys think about this. But somebody on Twitter, his name is infamous BX Don, basically said, the second Benny and Conway tried to go on their own, right, from Griselda, they kind of lost their way, right? And I want to know from you guys, is it something or nothing that the Griselda boys are out on their own, right? In terms of like whether or not they should have stayed as a group and kept moving as Griselda, putting out projects, collectively. What do you think? Like, is this something that these guys are out here in a silo and are they really making noise like we thought they?
Look,
but momentum was heavy, right? Was it not?
I'm gonna say that comment is. I would say nothing.
Nothing.
Great.
Okay.
That's a great comment, but I would say it's nothing. You know why? I think Griselda has overachieved. Given their style of music, they've overachieved to me. Like, think about it. West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine has seen mad success. Like, mad success. They've been featured on several songs. They feature with other people. Even their other guys have seen success. The Boldy James and all this stuff. This is a successful group. I mean, because think about it. This is like gritty underground rap. We ain't even supposed to know their names. We're not supposed to know their names, guys.
Not at the mainstream.
Like think about Nas. Think about back in the day when Nas was gritty as hell. Nas had all them people he was rolling with. Jungle, AZ. You know what I'm saying? Like all the people. They were never mainstream names. Like the fact that Griselda was able to have this much success for it going on like 6, 7, 8 years. This is successful. They've had a success. If they hang it up, they don't make another album, I would say that was a successful group.
That's fair.
So I think it's not.
That's fair. I think in the grand scheme of things, when you actually look at it from that perspective, yeah, I do think they overachieve because in the grand scheme of thing, how big is their sound, right? And I think that's what it comes down to, right? Like you guys are making like hip hop music that is so closely connected to the essence and the core of what hip hop was built on. Like we talking about, you really gotta, if you don't got a felony or know somebody who got a felony, that music probably not gonna hit for you, man. Like I'm just being real with you. Like you know, so I do think from a grand scheme perspective, they've actually done very well for themselves. Specifically, Conway, Benny, I think. Well, sorry, actually the opposite. Specifically, West Side Gun, because I think that when they were in a group, West Side Gun was the one who was heavily like just overlooked, and it's been very interesting to see him drop solo projects, and it'd be highly received when people are like, "Yo, dog, he's actually fire! Like, what's going on here?" So, I think it's nothing. I think it's nothing. But Scotty, what do you think?
My personal opinion is I think that when groups when they break up and you have like that one standout artist, like a lot of people recognize Benny the Butcher more than they recognize anyone else like in that group, I would say specifically like in my area and stuff like that. And then you see on Twitter people will talk about Benny the Butcher more than they'll talk about Conway or West Side Gun or anybody else. Yeah, they may see like a freestyle from Conway. I love Conway's freestyles. Like, that dude can freestyle his ass off. He can rap his ass off. West Side Gun can rap his ass off. But at the end of the day, people are... Benny the Butcher is going to get a feature with Schoolboy Q. Benny the Butcher is going to get those features with bigger artists. And then sometimes when these groups break up, you see some people fall off, and then you'll see some people, will still maintain like that limelight, where the other ones cannot. So it will be a little bit harder for the ones that don't have that limelight on them. But for Benny the Butcher, I think that his career will still keep on going up and up and up. But for the rest of them, they're just going to have to develop themselves more on the social media side of things and be more palatable to the other fans that don't really, gravitate towards them.
I love that take.
In my opinion.
I love that take. One thing I will say, but by the way, I agree with you fully on the fact that Benny is probably the one that's the most front facing. It's so interesting because if you know, Benny's talked about this on interviews. He had a Drake song. He had a song featuring Drake that never came out. I think that like, that song could have put Griselda in a different light. Just, the nature of a collaboration. The fact that song never came out officially and was scrapped. Yeah, it was kind of...
They staying true to themselves.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like that song would have did a lot for that sound.
Yeah.
But it didn't. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all. Hey, shout out to Dat Boy Dope, man. Hey, we appreciate that submission. Hey, if you guys want us to answer some other questions or things that y'all want us our opinions on, man, hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, whatever the case may be. Scotty, this has been a very, very, very dope collab, man. We appreciate you for pulling up.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah,
we appreciate you, man.
The caramel god.
Hey, pause. That will not be tolerated here. No. Hey, Vanilla Ice. So was that a pause worthy? Vanilla calling himself Vanilla? No,
that's true.
Can white people
he called himself that though?
That's true. But people also called him Vanilla Ice.
Hey.
All right, man. Equal opportunity here. I'm just saying. Let the flavors go around, man. Right. Anywho, yo, man. Hey, Scotty, where can the people find you? Tell them what you got going on, man.
So you can find me at The Scotty Show on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I am going to be at the Red Room Comedy Club. I think August 24th. I should be out there if you guys want to come out and support in Chicago. But yeah, so far that's it. And just dropping videos, man. Tap in with me.
Yes, sir.
Y'all make sure to follow him, man.
Sir.
Hey, again, We appreciate you, man. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And as always, like we say on every episode to close out, if you're giving advice, just make sure that thing is ill.
Yes, sir.